Welcome to my new video. In my videos, you will not only find famous quotes and proverbs, but I will also explain their meaning. Because I wish that even after death, I can convey the explanation of these famous sayings to everyone. Please subscribe my channel to take this initiative of mine one step further. Without further delay, let the video begin. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. It implies that with the right mindset, attitude, and perseverance, any challenge can be overcome. It encourages people to have confidence in their abilities and to approach life's obstacles with a can-do attitude. I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. The quote means that, while we are naturally grateful to our parents for giving us life, we should also acknowledge and appreciate the role of our teachers in shaping us into the people we are and helping us to live our lives well. Remember, upon the conduct of each depends the fate of all. This quote emphasizes the idea that individual actions and behaviors can have a significant impact on the lives and outcomes of a larger group or community. Therefore, it is important for individuals to be aware of their actions and how they may impact others, and to take responsibility for contributing to the betterment of the group. Whatever possession we gain by our sword cannot be sure or lasting, but the love gained by kindness and moderation is certain and durable. This quote highlights the difference between gaining possessions or power through force, represented by the sword, versus gaining love and respect through kindness and moderation. The quote suggests that, while it is possible to acquire material possessions or power through force, it is not reliable or long-lasting. The possessions gained by sword or force may be taken away or lost in the future, and the power may be temporary or challenged by others. I had rather excel others in the knowledge of what is excellent than in the extent of my power and dominion. Alexander the Great believed that it was more important to have a deep understanding of what is good and valuable in life than to have great power and authority over others. He saw knowledge and wisdom as the ultimate form of power, and believed that it was through this understanding that one could achieve true excellence and greatness. A tomb now suffices him, for whom the whole world was not sufficient. The quote suggests that, even though Alexander had achieved great power, wealth, and fame during his life, he ultimately met the same fate as everyone else, death. In other words, the quote implies that no matter how much material success or power a person achieves in life, it all becomes meaningless in the face of death. The quote serves as a reminder that our time on this earth is finite, and that we should focus on what truly matters in life, rather than solely pursuing wealth, power, or fame. Bury my body, and don't build any monument. Keep my hands out, so the people know the one who won the world had nothing in hand when he died. The quote suggests Alexander believed that true greatness is not measured by the accumulation of wealth or material possessions, but rather by the impact one has on the world, and the legacy one leaves behind. He wanted to be remembered for the person he was, rather than for the things he owned, or the battles he won. By asking to be buried without a monument, and with his hands visible, Alexander was essentially saying that he wanted people to remember him for his humility, and for the fact that he had nothing when he died. In summary, this quote highlights the idea that true greatness is not measured by material possessions or power, but by the legacy one leaves behind, and the impact one makes on the world. Without knowledge, skill cannot be focused. Without skill, strength cannot be brought to bear, and without strength, knowledge may not be applied. This quote highlights the interconnectedness of three important attributes: knowledge, skill, and strength. Strength refers to the physical, mental, or emotional capacity required to execute a skill. The quote suggests that each of these attributes is important, but they are interdependent and cannot be fully effective without the others. For example, having knowledge alone is not enough to achieve a goal. One must also have the skills to apply that knowledge effectively. The quote in the end, when it's over, all that matters is what you've done, suggests that ultimately, the only thing that truly counts, or has lasting significance, is the actions you have taken in your life. It implies that at the end of one's life, accomplishments, deeds, and contributions are what will be remembered, rather than things like material possessions or status. When we give someone our time, we actually give a portion of our life that we will never take back. The quote means that, when we spend time with someone, we are giving them a precious resource that is finite and cannot be reclaimed or regained once it is spent. The quote highlights the significance of time and the importance of how we choose to spend it. The quote, "There are no more worlds to conquer," is attributed to the ancient Greek conqueror, Alexander the Great. It means that he had achieved all his goals and conquered all the known world, and there were no more challenges or territories left for him to conquer. It also suggests that he may have felt unfulfilled or bored without new challenges to conquer. The quote, "My treasure lies in my friends," suggests that the most valuable and precious thing in life is having good and loyal friends. It suggests that having friends is something to be cherished and valued above all else, as they bring meaning and fulfillment to our lives. Glory crowns the deeds of those who expose themselves to toils and dangers. This quote suggests that people who take on challenging and risky endeavors are more likely to achieve great success and receive recognition for their accomplishments. Overall, this quote emphasizes the importance of perseverance and bravery in achieving greatness and receiving recognition for one's accomplishments. Each moment free from fear makes a man immortal. The quote suggests that, when a person is free from fear, they are able to experience life fully and without limitations. When a person is free from fear, they are able to embrace life and live it to the fullest, which can make them feel more alive and fulfilled. In this way, a person who has lived without fear can be said to be immortal, at least in the memories and experiences they leave behind. When my casket is being carried to the grave, leave my hands hanging outside. For empty-handed, I came into this world, and empty-handed, I shall go. My whole life has been a hollow waste, a futile exercise, for no one at death can take anything with them. This quote expresses the belief that material possessions and wealth are ultimately meaningless and cannot be taken with us when we die. The speaker is stating that they came into the world with nothing and will leave with nothing, emphasizing the transient nature of material possessions and the fleetingness of human life. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. In this quote, the army of lions represents a group of powerful and capable individuals who are led by a weak and ineffective leader, the sheep. On the other hand, an army of sheep refers to a group of relatively weak and timid individuals who are led by a strong and capable leader, the lion. Despite their individual limitations, the collective strength and potential of this group are greatly enhanced by the quality of their leadership. Through every generation of the human race, there has been a constant war, a war with fear. Those who have the courage to conquer it are made free, and those who are conquered by it are made to suffer until they have the courage to defeat it, or death takes them. This quote suggests that, throughout human history, people have faced a constant struggle against fear. It suggests that those who allow themselves to be controlled by fear will suffer, both in terms of their own emotional well-being and in terms of the opportunities they miss out on. May God keep you away from the venom of the cobra, the teeth of the tiger, and the revenge of the Afghans. It is a metaphorical way of saying, may you always be safe and protected from danger, harm, and revenge. Overall, this quote is a way of expressing a desire for protection against physical harm, and also a hope for peace and goodwill among people. The end and object of conquest is to avoid doing the same thing as the conquered. This quote suggests that the ultimate goal of conquest is to avoid making the same mistakes as the conquered. For example, if a military force conquers a region, they may learn from the mistakes of the previous government or society that led to its downfall. They can then take steps to avoid making the same mistakes and create a more stable and successful society. Now you fear punishment and beg for your lives, so I will let you free, if not for any other reason, so that you can see the difference between a Greek king and a barbarian tyrant, so do not expect to suffer any harm from me. A king does not kill messengers. This quote is attributed to the ancient Greek king, Alexander the Great, and it was said to have been spoken to a group of emissaries who had been sent by a rebellious city to negotiate with him. The quote is often interpreted as a statement of the virtues of civilization and the superiority of Greek culture over that of the barbarians. The quote essentially means that a civilized and just ruler, such as a Greek king, does not resort to killing messengers, which was considered an act of savagery among ancient societies. My logisticians are a humorless lot. They know if my campaign fails, they are the first ones I will slay. This quote is attributed to Alexander the Great, a famous military commander of ancient Greece. The quote also suggests that Alexander was a demanding leader who expected nothing but the best from his subordinates. At Achilles' tomb, O fortunate youth, to have found Homer as the herald of your glory. It also implies that the discovery of Homer's works is a testament to the enduring legacy of these two figures in Greek culture and mythology. Which quotes did you like the most? Please share your opinion in the comment, and subscribe my channel to get such knowledge and motivational quotes. Thank you for watching.